Hello and welcome to Trojan Sports Now. I'm Briana Jones.
And I'm Seth Carpenter. Stick around as we bring you the latest news and scores from Troy Athletics.
The Trojan baseball team began their season this past weekend with 2 wins and 2 losses. Nick Brooks has the results from Sunday's game.
Can only mean one thing. Baseball is back at Riddle Pace Field. The Trojans started off well, winning the first 2, but dropping the next 2.
Regardless of our outcome, my mission was never wavering. We were going to play the 4 games, get as many people in the game as we could, assess where that is on Monday, and then start getting our plan prepared to go out and play better baseball. So we've got that same mission in front of us.
Sunday's loss came by a score of 5-2, due in large part to a shaky 3rd inning on defense for the Trojans.
We can't make the fundamental mistake, and we made several in the game today that cost us in the 4-run inning, which was the difference in the ball game.
Although Troy lost the final 2 games, they had a chance to tie or take the lead late in both games.
Our team showed in the 4 games they're not going to quit. They're going to play to the last out. They're going to compete. They did some great things yesterday, coming from behind twice. So we've done some really good things. I like the competition our team offers. We just need to play cleaner.
Troy spent most of the 4 games behind. The Trojans had a lead for only 5 of the 36 innings played this weekend.
In all 4 games, they threw the first punch, and they did it again today. And we tried to talk through that last night a little bit. The good news for our team is we did respond. In all but today's game, we didn't respond immediately. But we have to learn how to get engaged quicker.
With a lot of new names in the lineup this weekend, face the challenge of experience at the next level.
My challenge to the team this weekend was simple. Learn how to compete. Well, we did that. So they met my challenge. Now we need to learn how to get better. And that starts Tuesday, and we've got a very difficult stretch of games coming up. Our schedule's very difficult.
The Trojans are looking to build off of meeting Smart's challenge. Nick Brooks, Trojan Sports Now.
Troy opened a busy weekend in Florida, splitting a pair of games at the Diamond 9 Classic on Friday as the Trojans blasted Stinson 14-0 in the opener before falling to Missouri 6-0 in the second game of the day. Annie Willis threw a 1-hitter to lead Troy past Stetson. Bailey Taylor led the offensive effort, the Trojans recording 2 hits and 5 RBIs with a grand slam. Katie Webb also added 2 hits and 3 RBIs for Troy.
In the second game of the day, Missouri scored in the top of first off a sacrifice fly to give it the lead for good. The Tigers scored the next 3 innings before going scoreless in the remaining 3 innings. Calhoun and Truitt recorded back-to-back singles in the top of the 6th for Troy's lone hit of the game. Claire Graves took the loss for Troy after allowing 3 runs on 4 hits in 1.2 innings of work. Peyton Glover pitched 2/3 of an inning before Leanna Johnson closed out the final 4 innings for Troy with 4 strikeouts.
Talia Truitt led off top of the first with a bunt single to open up Troy's offense against UMass. Madeline Porter followed with a long ball down the left field to record her first home run of the season in the top of the 3rd. Truitt again got on with a bunt single. Truitt stole second and then scored off of a single by Katie Webb. Katie Lively reached off of an error in the 4th. Back-to-back singles by Hope Hernandez and Logan Calhoun scored. Corbett, who entered to pinch run for Lively. Troy wins was capped off by a leadoff double by Lively, who later scored off of a fielder's choice.
In the top of the first, Samantha Garcia hit a home run over the right center wall to give the Blackhawks their only run of the game. Troy answered with 4 runs in the bottom of the first to give Troy the lead once and for all. Talia Truitt led off with her 3rd bunt single of the day. Bailey Taylor and Stephanie Snyder reached off a hit by pitch and an error by the 3rd baseman to put score Truitt and put 2 on for Katie Lively. Back-to-back doubles by Lively and Kaylee Hussey capped off Troy's 4-run inning. Troy scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th to run rule the Blackhawks.
Softball team wrapped up their weekend tournament in Orlando with a win Sunday morning. Troy defeated St. Joseph University in extra innings 7-4 in the final game of the Diamond 9 Classic. Troy ended the tournament 4-1 with its only loss coming to Missouri. Allie Taylor spearheaded the offensive effort for Troy, going 3 for 5 with 6 RBIs and a home run.
After a busy weekend in Orlando, the Trojan softball team traveled down to Tallahassee to take on Florida A&M. The Trojans defeated the Lady Rattlers 3-2 and 8-2 in the midweek matchup. The 2 teams went through 4 consecutive scoreless innings in Game 1 before a single in the bottom of the 7th by Kiara Brown that led to her scoring off a fielding error by Kaylee Chapman. The Lady Rattlers were unable to play another run, giving Troy the close win. In Game 2, Troy's explosive offensive efforts were capped off in the top of the 7th when Brooke Eccles drew a walk and scored off a double. Leanna Johnson struck out 6 of the 15 batters she faced, while Florida A&M continues their 2019 campaign winless. Another run giving Troy the close win.
Men's basketball team was not able to get a win over the Eagles on Friday night. Troy dropped the Sun Belt matchup to Georgia Southern 76-51. In a nationally televised game on ESPN2, the Trojans struggled offensively, shooting only 28.3% and only made 4 threes on the night.
I think it's safe to say that the Trojan women's basketball team recovered from a Thursday night loss to Georgia State as they defeated the other Sunbelt Georgia team with a triple-digit score on Saturday. Janae Jordan has the story.
After a loss against Georgia State on Thursday night, the women's basketball team knew they had to kick things into overdrive to get a win. On Saturday afternoon, the ladies swept past Georgia Southern with a score of 100-78.
It's great to be at Trojan Arena with a win. We bounced back from a heartbreaking loss earlier in the week against Georgia State, and we needed this win. Our game plan was to go more inside and then out, but that's kind of how it works. When we were focusing on going inside out, we got more three-point shooters open.
Tyra Johnson made 6 three-pointers in the fourth quarter, one shy of tying the team's Division I single-game record to finish the team with 18 points.
She's a shooter. We've been trying to, make her, in fact, a more complete player, and she's playing better defense. She's doing a lot of things better, but she's second to none in shooting a 3-ball.
Next up, the ladies will take on their rivalry team, South Alabama, and the ladies are mentally and physically prepared to take on the Jaguars after a 77-80 loss earlier in the season.
Well, it's going to be a tense game. Both sides are going to be battling. We all want this win so bad. Both sides are going to want it bad. But basically, right now, I just really hope the team can kind of get away and get some rest tomorrow. It's their off day. Sunday is their off day, and I hope they can rest and come back refreshed, and we'll have a great game plan drawn up to start learning on Monday.
South Alabama will visit Trojan Arena on Saturday at 2 p.m. Janae Jordan, Troy Trojan Vision News.
Trojan men's tennis team remains undefeated after a Friday afternoon matchup at the Lunsford Tennis Complex. Shaz Pirani has the details.
After a tough but successful road trip to South and North Carolina, the Troy University men's tennis team was back at home this past Friday as they defeated ABAC to extend their winning streak to 8 wins.
We went to South Carolina and showed that even if we were down in 5 singles matches down a set, that there was still belief. I mean, it's certainly been a team effort from everybody, playing good doubles and really getting wins from everywhere in the lineup. So I think that's been the difference.
Junior Chris Tasker says the true difference in this year's team is head coach Rolando Vargas himself.
With our new coach, he's, we say he's very intense, but he's very involved with the team, and that's definitely changed the whole dynamic and the whole atmosphere of the whole entire team. He cares a lot.
Tasker has been on a 7-match win streak and says Vargas's leadership plays a big role in how he's been performing.
It's helped me improve. Definitely coming back. I lost my first match, and now I've been gaining confidence and just play time and with Rolando's leadership.
The team hopes to continue this historic 8-0 start as they head to the Lone Star State of Texas to compete in the HEB Invitational this weekend in Corpus Christi. Shaz Pirani, Troy, Trojan Vision Sports.
As for the women's tennis team, Troy and Mercer fought to final set, but the Trojans fell 4-3 Saturday at the Lunsford Tennis Complex. Mercer's Katie Sitter defeated Troy's Mattia Mahavalek 6-3, 4-6, and 6-4 to clinch the match for the Bears. Troy fell 2-2 while Mercer improved to 4-3 on the year. Maiva Rokerbek and Alera Holyfield rolled past Celia Monero, Estevan, and Maria Casas-Blas 6-0 to open doubles play. Mattia Mahavalek and Ting Ting Pei pulled things level with a 6-3 win over Katie Sitter. Lucia Gutierrez, Shunwei Zhuo, and Pei Zhu clinched the double point for Troy with a 6-3 victory over Sealand Shepherds and Anna Sovic.
Troy women's tennis team matched up against Southern Miss on Sunday at the Lunsford Tennis Complex. After a close loss to Mercer, the team was hoping to get back to their winning ways. Only winners were Peiju Shi and Junshi Go, who won 6 games to 4 in singles play. The women did not fare well either. Peiju Shi emerged as the only bright spot as she defeated Southern Miss's Sunit Lopez in just 2 sets. The Trojans would lose 6-1, and despite winning her match, she still says the match was difficult.
So my last match, it was kind of really tough because that girl can hit all the ball and not making the easy mistake. So it's pretty hard to get 1 point from her, but I tried my best to get what I want to, win the match.
Due to the threat of inclement weather, organizers postponed Troy's baseball midweek's contest with number 26 Southern Miss, which was originally scheduled for Wednesday evening at Trustmark Park in Pearl, Mississippi. The two squads were set to meet for the first time since 2016. No makeup date has been announced for the meeting at this time. Trojans will now turn their attention to a 3-game set at Louisiana Tech in Ruston, Louisiana this weekend. We'll have more on that later in the show.
Troy indoor track and field wrapped up a memorable season with a historic third-place finish at the Sun Belt Indoor Championships at the Birmingham Crossplatz Monday and Tuesday. The Trojans claimed 3 gold medals and finished third at the championship with 81 points, the highest finish and point total in program history. Gemma Finch won a gold medal and set a school indoor record run in the 800-meter, just a second better than teammate Tiara Bailey, who claimed silver and ran the second fastest time in school history over Selena Shepers and Anna Sovich. The team will not return to play until the match first, when they compete in the Strawberry Relays in Hammond, Louisiana.
Still to come on Trojan Sports Now, we'll have a preview of the Trojan basketball team's matchup against South Alabama.
But first, Briana sits down with softball's outfielder Talia Truitt. Stick around for more on Trojan Sports Now.